One love. God bless. Far Nelson here, and today I'm here to talk to you about the benefits of waking up now. So, why should we do what we can to wake ourselves up spiritually now instead of waiting till later? Sometimes we get into a habit of following society or following the ways of, the world. And we think if we start diving deeper into our own self, into spirituality, into, God or Yahweh or Allah or Buddhism, Buddha, whatever, Krishna, whatever religion or whatever spiritual teachers that you lead yourself to, sometimes we take a longer time to get there, even though that we know we are somewhat interested in this path. We ask ourselves a question: why should I take the time to meditate every day? Why should I take the time to pray every day? Why should I even believe in heaven and hell? Why should I believe in karma and reincarnation? And I'm not here to tell you that you should believe these things or you shouldn't believe these things. What I'm here to do is tell you that you need to take the steps to walk the path. You need to make it a priority in your life to grow more than just financially, which is what most society's main focus is on. But even when I first started my journey, it was of course financial as well. I wanted to grow financially and get out of the cycle of suffering, not realizing the cycle of suffering wasn't just a financial problem. It was a spiritual problem. It was a spiritual blockage that was happening within and throughout my life to bring these constant cycles of suffering, constant cycles of lack, constant cycles of anxiety and depression and anger that I kept experiencing. Constant cycles of finding love and losing love because of my own habits. We have to humble ourselves as soon as we can. It's not about waiting until we're 30 or 40 and then we have a slower lifestyle, or so we think we will. And we think, I'll take time to meditate and take time to dive into spirituality or religion then when I'm older. Right now I'll have fun. Right now I'll enjoy my life. Right now I'll do this and that. Well, diving into spirituality is true enjoyment. It's true bliss. It's true living your life. It's not you sacrificing fun to live a righteous and pious way. It's not about you sacrificing, enjoying the fruits of life to live a way that's according to the Dharma. We have to realize when we live a righteous path, it is a way of fun. It is the way of bliss. It is the way of peace. It is the way of feeling gratitude for each and every day. In my meditation today, I realized there's so many people in this world who are handicapped physically even. Even if you're watching this, there's lots of people in this world who are handicapped physically. And so many people take for granted just waking up another day and being able to get out of their bed on their own legs and take a step down, take a walk around. Imagine if you lost your legs, completely gone, obviously not just wake up and they're gone, but imagine for a second, don't sit on this for too long, but imagine you got in a terrible accident and you lost your legs. Or even they were paralyzed and you were told they'll never work again. Imagine how good you would feel to start having feeling in your legs again. Imagine how good it would feel to even feel a little bit of pain in any part of your legs again. We have to appreciate life fully for what it is, and when we're hindering ourselves by not tapping into that true source within, it's hard for us to even realize what a blessing it is to walk around, what a blessing it is to work every day, what a blessing it is to not have to go over more hurdles than you have to. People don't have arms, people don't have legs, people don't have many things that you have. And if you don't have certain things, I'm sure there's many things that you have that other people don't have. Even if it's something as simple as your human life. You could have been born a beetle, you could have been born a rat, you could have been born a roach, but you're born as a human to the parents you were born to the city you were born to. There's something good within every single life. If your heart is still beating, that is a blessing. There's people who can't even have their heart beat without a machine. It doesn't matter what we go through. Every single day is a blessing. Every single day is a lesson. Every single day is a gift from the Most High. And until we are able to get in tap with this well of just love and bliss and wisdom, we will always be continuing the cycle of karma. We will always be continuing the cycle of frustration and confusion and lack that many people go through in this life. It's until we actually take time to do growth, to discipline ourselves now, not later, when we think we're going to have more time, and we think we're going to be, less, drawn to go out every night and do these things. We don't need to wait. We need to do it now, because it's going to align us with true happiness. Getting drunk every night isn't true happiness. Getting high every night isn't true happiness. Having sex with different people every night isn't true happiness. Making a bunch of money off of, malicious ways isn't true happiness. We have to tap into that well of unconditional love within us. That source that created us all, that created the plants, that created the animals, that created every single thing that we see. Even this building is made out of stuff that was created not by us. But we are so caught up in the Maya of the world, the illusion of our mind, that we think the physical world is different from the spiritual world. We are living in a spiritual world. We are just confused by the physical. We are just mystified and hypnotized by the physical. There's a point in our life where we get so frustrated with life, and then that's when we change. But I'm here to tell you right now that you don't have to wait until that dark night to change. You can change today. And the reason why I say it takes discipline to change is because it's not a snap of a finger thing. It is a snap of a finger judgment. You can say, okay, I'm going to stop drinking. I'm going to stop doing this. I'm going to start meditating every single day. I'm going to start praying. I'm going to read every single day. I'm going to do this every single day. And you can start at the snap of your finger. But to actually get in the flow of these things, to actually feel the benefits, to actually feel the changes, not only within yourself, but in your environment, it's going to take time. It's going to take you actually doing it. It's not a snap of a finger, it's actual practice. It takes 30 days to build a new habit, and then after that, just like going to the gym, it becomes an easy process. For anybody who goes to the gym, the first month, maybe even the first 2 months, may be hard to get yourself to get up early or, go after work and go to the gym. But then you start feeling your confidence build up. You start feeling how good your body feels. You start feeling how strong you feel now. You start feeling how less tired and worn out you feel every single day. You start feeling how your bowel movements are passing more regularly and how your thinking is more clear after the gym. Or, you even get a little exercise high after working out. But the first month or two, you still are going to slowly feel these things, but it's not going to be as strong. It's not going to have so much awareness about it. So it's going to be a little bit tougher. But once you go through this growing stage, you'll be able to learn how to grow again. Because you don't stop growing in those 2 months. You don't just become super jacked up and big in those 2 months. No, you still grow, but you start feeling the benefits fully. You start being able to switch your mindset from laziness to beneficial. Because the mind wants to be lazy. The mind wants to be sitting and constantly entertained, constantly fulfilling each and every physical pleasure. The mind is physical. The mind wants you to feel good physically all the time. But the spirit wants you to feel good physically, mentally, and spiritually at all times. Not all the time, at all times. When you feed your spirit, when you feed your soul, the gifts and the benefits sometimes aren't instant. Sometimes it's a year down the line. But the gifts and the benefits, when you actually feel them, they last forever. When you actually have a realization, when you actually come to an understanding about yourself or the world, that lasts forever. That calmness lasts forever. To have knowledge about something brings you calmness. To have true understanding about something brings you a peace that nothing physical can ever do. Simply to know that you're on the right path brings you so much peace that nothing physical could ever do. No amount of money could ever change your life any more than you have within. Somebody could offer you $1 million to go do something crazy. And if you've been doing this spiritual work, and if you've been connecting with yourself, if you've been connecting with the path and walking that path and seeing the fruits that come from walking the path, then you will see this thing that they're offering. You will see this false opportunity that they're offering. You can see the wickedness in seduction, and you're able to realize, oh no, I'm going to be blessed tenfold. I don't need your $1 million. I don't need this and that. We have to realize that there is a bigger plan for us. It's not just about money. It's not just about providing this amount of stuff, this amount of food for your family. It's about providing for generations. It's about giving your family peace of mind, giving your family true wisdom, giving your family and yourself true understanding about this universe. It's time to wake up now. The benefits are immense. Think of every benefit you could ever think of, and then times that by 10. Because that is what is stated even in the Bible, that all your wishes, all your desires will be granted tenfold when we live in a righteous way, when we live in a way that's connected to the divine source that created us all. There is no limit. There is no age limit, no age minimum to start your practices, to start meditation, to start prayers. There is no specific God or, mini God, is what I should say. There is no specific mini God that you should follow. All teachings will lead you to the same way if you don't take them to the most extreme. There's no need to take the Quran to the most extreme and become a martyr. There's no need to take the Bible to the most extreme and start saying everybody's going to be damned to hell if they don't follow this way. There's no need to take Buddhism to the extreme and become a monk. You know, there's no need to take any religion to the extreme. But what you do need to take to heart is the teachings. Is the teachings about the self. Not so much about the teachings of what we should be judging others on, but no, the teachings of yourself. Treat others with respect. Treat your mother and father with respect. Do not steal. Do not cheat. Do not lie. Do not kill. Do not, many different things that's for us to not do. Do not judge. What other people did in these books and how other people were judged in these books is not for us to judge. It's for the Most High. But we are here to get the teachings. We are here to try our best to decipher what is our wisdom to be learned and what is just wisdom or what is just stories that have been added and doctrined and this and that. I know a lot of these religions and a lot of these books create a lot of dogma that isn't really true. The true essence is to lead with love, to have faith in a divine source that is always taking care of you, always guiding you to the best and highest self. Living in a righteous, lawful standard, not the laws just of man, but the laws of these holy books. We have to do our own research. There's many paths that lead to the same sun. We are simply here to be a moon. Everybody's so obsessed with being a star, this and that. I want to be a star, I want to be a star, this and that. The only true star is the sun. The only true creation is the sun. And even the sun was created by the Creator. But we should be like the moon. We should realize our role is to be the moon. Our role is to reflect that beautiful light that's emanating from the source. To never, even in darkness, let there be complete darkness. Even though we may go through phases, the sun is always whole. Even though the moon may be half, crescent, all different types of things, the source where it gets its light is always full, always giving, and even growing more powerful every single day. We need to have faith that the moon has. We need to have faith that we'll be able to provide light from the source and help people become moons themselves, help people become reflections of Yahweh themselves, just as the sun and the moon's relationship. Everything in this universe is here for us to learn, here for us to see the example and try to live accordingly to the actual ways of the universe. But we get so distracted by the physicals of life that we can't even look at things metaphysically. We can't look at things in their spiritual ways, in their true ways. Spirituality is the truth. What is true is eternal. What is true is eternal. The best time to grow is now. The best time to live a life of righteousness and holiness is now. The world isn't getting any better without more and more people like you here, ready to change, ready to let go and surrender the ego self, surrender everything that you have built yourself up to be now. Doesn't mean go quit your job and everything and quit your career and all these things. in your family, in your relationship. No one's saying do this unless it's called to you. But 9 times out of 10, what we have grown into isn't from a conscious place, because for the first half of our life, it was unconscious. We weren't thinking in these types of ways. We weren't reading these types of scriptures and these types of books on light and Saint Matt and, different teachings from different saints and, teachers, different prophets and gurus. We weren't realizing that there is another way to look at life than just how much money you make or what's your job or, what type of entertainment do you do. We've ended up living in a world full of clowns, just wanting to entertain each other and not to gain actual insight with each other. Back in the ancient times, people used to come to these great halls with beautiful paintings and, murals on top of the ceilings, and they would come and share wisdom and insights. Now this is a rare thing. Now we'd rather just be entertained and laughed by the fools, by the jokers. This is what they used to call these people, these actors. They used to call them fools. They used to be a low status to be an actor in the ancient times. We don't need to be entertained all the time. Being entertained, you want to be entertained, go take a walk in nature. You want to be entertained, go read a spiritual book. You want to be entertained, meditate for 30 minutes and see if you can do it. If you want to be entertained, chant on some malas. But we need more people to realize it doesn't matter what you do later. It matters what you do now. It matters how much you grow now, because the quicker that you start, the better you're going to be for your family in the next 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. When you stay on this spiritual practice and you stay on your divine path, if this year has been so blessed and the next year is so blessed, imagine how blessed you'll be in 10, 20 years, staying on this path, staying with this mindset, cleaning yourself out mentally, physically, and spiritually, healing yourself mentally, physically, and spiritually, feeling that wealth spiritually, mentally, and physically. Because that's how you actually build wealth. You start with the spiritual. That's why I switched it up. You build real wealth by feeling the wealth spiritually, then mentally, and then it becomes physical. So stop worrying about society and the ways that society is telling you that you should be wealthy and you should be successful and you should be achieving this and that by your age. Or just relax. Take time to pray, take time to meditate, take time to read, and then follow the path that is guided to you. Some books you read will lead you to a different book, will lead you to a different book, will lead you to a teacher that you find on YouTube, will lead you to all different type of loopholes and beautiful blessings. But you have to be open and receptive. There's much prosperity that is trying to unfold in your life. There's many love that is trying to come into your life. There is so many blessings trying to show up in your life, but we have to be open and receptive. Open the gates, open your heart chakra, open your third eye, so that you're able to receive everything that you're supposed to be receiving right now. Don't wait to grow later, grow now. Get disciplined now. Do spiritual practices now. Be righteous in all your actions now. Get off social media now. Even people be commenting mean things. This is hurting yourself, not them. It may hurt them, but it's hurting yourself as well. It's hurting your spiritual progression as well. Just commenting. We want to live a clean life, mentally, physically, and spiritually. And then everything will come into fruition exactly the way it's supposed to. You will find true happiness, true peace, true things to celebrate. not just going out and getting drunk with friends just because it's a Friday. So if you haven't, grow mentally, physically, and spiritually. But also, if you haven't, please like, comment, share, subscribe. I appreciate everybody that's been doing that and showing love. I'm sending you my love and my blessings as well. And I hope that you have a blessed weekend and a blessed journey, and that you take time to meditate every single day, even if it's for 2 minutes. You know, get yourself a nice little mat. Get yourself some mala beads. I don't care if you get it off Amazon. But make yourself comfortable so that you're able to do these things, and then build your practices, you know. Maybe a less comfy mat, you know. Maybe sometimes no mala beads and you're just sitting in silence. But just start with 2 minutes a day. Any type of place you want. You could be sitting down, you could be laying down, which we don't really prefer because you might go to sleep. But just set your timer for 2 minutes a day, 5 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day, please. And increase slowly. Pray every single day. Find out how you want to pray. Or just go into it. Let it flow, you know. Sometimes people get so wrapped up into how. But people don't realize that there was always a first, you know. There was always different people praying different ways and meditating different ways. But find yourself a teacher, at least for meditation. Find yourself a teacher in your path, many teachers even. And then find your path. I pray differently than I'm sure anybody else does. You don't have to be to a specific standard. It's not about that. What it is making sure you're doing what your path is calling you to do so that you can connect in the best way to the Most High within and throughout this whole universe. So meditate daily, pray daily, read daily. If you need some good books, let me know. Comment or send me an email and I'll send you a bunch of good books. But we need to do these things so that we can raise the vibration not only of our own environment, which will change with time. I know the environment might stay crazy for at least a year. You may feel differently, but your environment's going to take time to change, but it will change when you do these practices, because we need more people like you. We need more people like us to help grow the world from the low vibration that it kind of is emitting right now. So like I said, good luck on your journey. And I'm sending blessings to you because I need people like you. We all do. One love.